أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير آمين يا رب العالمين. Let us do a revision of the second lecture. Meaningful words in Arabic are called kalima. There are three types of kalima. These are ism, fail, and harf. These are also the parts of speech in Arabic language. The focus of the second lecture was the study of ism. Ism literally means name, and we studied that ism will include several categories. The first of these categories is that of names. Ism can be the name of a person, name of a place, thing, or the name of an action. Ism will also include a category of zamair or pronouns, and we will study them in detail in the later sections, inshallah. Ism will also include a category of sifat or adjectives. These can be simple sifat, for example the word saleh, which means pious, or the word jameel, which means beautiful. Sifat will also include the name of colors, for example aswad, which means black. Sifat will include comparative and superlative degrees of adjectives. For example, the words kabir versus akbar, saghir versus asghar. Kabir means big or great. Akbar means greater or greatest. Saghir means small, and asghar means smaller or smallest. So kabir is an adjective, and akbar is the comparative or superlative degree of that adjective. Similarly, saghir or small is the adjective, and asghar is the comparative or superlative degree of that adjective. Finally, sifat will include a category of words such as the words sajid versus masjud, abid versus ma'bud. Sajid is the one performing sajda. Masjud is the one towards whom sajda is performed. Abid is the one who worships. Ma'bud is the one who is being worshipped. So these are some of the categories of ism that were studied in the second lecture. In the third lecture, we will study ism in more detail. We will introduce the four characteristics of ism, and furthermore, we will introduce gender in Arabic grammar, presence of any mark or symbol within madrasa. And we notice that madrasa has a gol ta at the end. So because the word madrasa has a gol ta at the end, similar to what we see in alamati muannas or marked feminine asma, we can conclude that the word madrasa is a feminine, and specifically it is an unreal feminine or an alamati muannas example. Next we have the word ain. Ain means eye. Again, we don't know if it's masculine or feminine, but we can look at the chart. We will look at the group of feminine asma. We know that an is not a real feminine because there is no corresponding masculine ism. An could be an unreal feminine, but it is not an alamati muannas because it does not have the gol ta at the end. Could an be a samai muannas? We will look at the categories, and we look at the second category where we have the body parts that exist in pairs. And we know that an means eye, and eyes are a part of body that exist in pairs. So we will conclude that the word an is an unreal feminine and an example of samai muannas. So we will use the word an in a sentence in the feminine sense. In contrast to an, we have the word anf, which means nose. So nose is a singular part of a body. It is not something that exists in a pair. Because of that, anf will be masculine. Qamar means moon. For the word qamar, we can again refer to our chart. We don't know if qamar is masculine, so we will look at feminine asma. Qamar, which means moon, is not a real feminine because there is no corresponding masculine ism. Could qamar be an unreal feminine? We can check further. Qamar does not have a gol ta at the end, so it is not an alamati muannas. Would qamar be a samai muannas? Qamar is not the name of wind, alcohol, fire, or the name of a city or a country. Qamar is not a body part, and qamar is not included in the list of miscellaneous terms or words that we studied. Shams is there, which means sun, but not qamar. So because qamar does not fit into any criteria for muannas that we know of, we will conclude that qamar will be used as masculine. Similar to qamar, Kaukab, which means star, also does not fit into any of the muannas categories. So Kaukab will also be used as masculine. Next we have the word Bait, which means house. Bait is not a real feminine because there is no corresponding masculine ism. Could Bait be an unreal feminine? It can't be an alamati muannas because Bait does not have a gol ta at the end. It only has the ta but not the gol ta. So it's not an alamati muannas. Can Bait be a samai muannas? We can check further. Bait is not the name used for wind, alcohol, fire, or the name of a city or a country. Bait is not a body part. And Bait, let us see if it exists in the miscellaneous terms. Bait is not sama. Bait is not shams. Bait is not dar. Dar is a word which is used for house, and only the word dar is used by Arabs in the feminine sense, not bait. So it is important to make the distinction between these two words even though they have the same meaning. So dar will be used as feminine in a sentence. Bait will be used as masculine because it does not fit our criteria for being a feminine ism. Finally, we have the word Osama. If we look at the word Osama, we do see a gol ta at the end. But Osama is the name of a person, and if it is used for a masculine person, if it is used for a man, then Osama will be taken as masculine because it is the name of a male person in that case. It is important to know that in Arabic, sifat or adjectives will also have masculine and feminine genders. If you recall, sifat are included as a category of ism. Let us look at some examples. The following is a list of sifat. The first one is Muslim, meaning the one who submits, and the gender is masculine. Abid means the one who worships, and the gender is masculine. Saleh means pious, with the masculine gender. Jamil, which means beautiful, also has a masculine gender. Let us look at what will be the corresponding feminine genders for these sifat. We will learn how to convert masculine sifat into feminine sifat. The rule is to take a masculine sifat, add a zabar on the last alphabet or the last harf of that masculine sifat, and then attach a gol ta at the end. Please note that this rule only applies to sifat, that is adjectives. You cannot apply this to other forms of ism. Let us do some practice. Muslim, as we recall, is a sifat and it's a masculine version of a sifat. To Muslim, in order to convert it into the feminine version, we will add zabar to the meme at the end, which is the last alphabet of Muslim, and then attach gol ta at the end. This becomes the word Muslima. So on the last alphabet of Muslim, we added a zabar and added a gol ta. So Muslim is the masculine version of the adjective. Muslima is the feminine version. The next word is Abid. Abid is an adjective, meaning the one who worships. In order to convert Abid into Abida, which is the feminine version, we will add a zabar to the last alphabet of abid, to the last harf of abid, and then attach gol ta at the end. So abid becomes abida. Saleh is the next sifat. In order to convert saleh into its feminine version, again, we will take the last harf of saleh, which is the ha, add a zabar to it, and then attach gol ta at the end. This will make saleha. So saleh is the masculine version, saleha is the feminine version. Finally, jamil is the masculine version. We will add a zabar to the last harf of jamil, to the lam on jamil, and then add gol ta at the end. And that will make the word jamila. So Muslim becomes muslima, abid becomes abida, saleh becomes saleha, and jamil becomes jamila. These are all examples of masculine sifat. These are all examples of feminine sifat. Let us do some more practice of gender of ism. Let us identify the gender of the following asma. Masjid, which means mosque. The word masjid does not fit our criteria for a feminine ism, so it is a masculine ism. Jidar means wall. The word jidar also does not meet criteria for it to be feminine, so it is a masculine ism. Dar. If we recall, the word dar, which means house, is one of the words that is included in the list of samai muannas asma. Samai muannas is a part of unreal feminine isms. Therefore, dar will be used as feminine in a sentence, and it is an example of samai muannas. An means eye. An is a part of a body which exists in pair. Therefore, it is also one of the categories within samai muannas asma. So an will be used as feminine in a sentence, and it is an example of samai muannas. Ghurfa means room. If we look at the word ghurfa, it has the gol ta at the end. Therefore, it will be used as feminine in a sentence because it is a marked feminine or alamati muannas. The word kokab has no indication or presence of anything in it that will make it feminine, so it will be used as masculine. The word kitab, again, does not meet our criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be used as masculine. Madrasa, which means school. This word has the round ta or the gol ta at its end, so it is a feminine and it is an alamati muannas. Sa'a, which means watch or clock. Sa'a also has a gol ta or round ta at the end, so it will be used as feminine and it is an alamati muannas or marked feminine. Bait means house. Unlike dar, which also means house and which is used as feminine, bait does not meet the criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be used as masculine. Anf means nose. It is not a paired part of the body, it is a singular part of the body. It will be used as masculine. Qamar, which means moon. Qamar does not mean criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be masculine. Mirwaha. Mirwaha means fan. We notice the presence of gol ta at the end. That would make it alamati muannas. Kurasa. Kurasa means a booklet or a pamphlet. The presence of gol ta or round ta at the end will again make this an alamati muannas. Kursi, which means chair. The word kursi does not meet criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be used as masculine in a sentence. Sayyara, which means car or vehicle. Sayyara has a gol ta or round ta at the end, which makes this a marked feminine. So it will be used as feminine in a sentence because it is an example of alamati muannas. Shubbak, which means window. Shubbak does not mean criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be used as masculine. Ras means head. This is a singular part of the body and it will be used as masculine. Rajul, meaning man, is clearly masculine. Fatima is a feminine name. If the name is used for a girl or woman, clearly this is feminine or hakiki muannas. Osama, even though this word has the gol ta at the end, but if it is used for a masculine name, if it's used for a man or boy, then the gender associated with it will be also masculine. Allama, this is a term which is used for a male scholar. Because it is used for a male scholar, it will be masculine despite the presence of the gol ta at the end. Miftah means key. Miftah does not meet criteria for it to be feminine, so it will be used as masculine. Similarly, Bab, which means door, will also be masculine. Nafiza means window. Nafiza has a gol ta or a round ta at the end. This will make it a marked muannas or alamati muannas. So nafiza will be used as feminine in a sentence. Lisan means tongue, which refers to a singular part of the body, so it will be used in the masculine sense. Imra'ah means woman. This is clearly feminine or hakiki muannas. Umar is typically used as a masculine name. This will clearly make it masculine. Zainab, on the other hand, is a feminine name, and it will make it real feminine or hakiki muannas. Khalifa is a term used for a male leader or a male ruler. Because it is used for a male gender, then it will be used as masculine, despite the presence of the gol ta at the end. Next, we will identify the feminine gender for the following asma. The first one, we have Rajul, which means man, and the feminine gender will be Imra'ah, which means woman. Walad means boy, and the feminine will be Bint, which means girl. Muallim is a teacher, and to make Muallim into feminine, we will add Zabar on Mim and add gol ta at the end, which will give us Muallima. Similarly, Mudarris also means a teacher, and the female version will be Mudarrisa. Talib is a student, and the female version or feminine version will be Taliba. Mu'min is a believer, and the feminine version, Mu'mina. Muslim will become Muslima. Sadiq, which means a truthful person, the feminine version will be Sadiqa. Qaim will become Qaima. Jadid will become Jadida. Aris, which means a bridegroom, and the feminine version is Arus. Malik means king, and the term for queen is Malika. Ustaz, which means teacher, and the feminine version is Ustaza. Tabib, which means a physician or doctor, and the feminine version is Tabiba. Muhandis, which means engineer, the female version will be Muhandisa. Kafir, or disbeliever, will become Kafira. Munafiq, which means hypocrite, will become Munafiqa. Kazib, or liar, will become kazibah. Jalis, which is a word used for sitting, the feminine version will be jalisa. Qadim, which means old, its feminine version will be qadima. Hazir, which means present, the feminine version will be hazirah. Alim, which means scholar, the feminine version, alima. Saleh, which means pious, saleha. Jamil, which means beautiful, jamila. Zahib, zahiba. Tawil, tawila. Kabir, kabira. Maftuh, maftuha. Qareeb, qareeba. Tayyib, tayyiba. Ghaib, which means absent, ghaiba. Jahil, which means ignorant, jahila. Talih, taliha. Qabih, qabiha. Qadim, qadima. Qasir, qasira. Saghir, saghira. Mughlaq, mughlaqa. Ba'id, ba'ida. Khabis, khabisa. Let us revise what we have studied. Meaningful words in Arabic are called kalima. There are 3 types of kalima: ism, fail, and harf. We focused on the study of ism. We studied that ism will include names, it will include zamair or pronouns, and it will include sifat or adjectives. Furthermore, we studied that for each ism, we must know the following 4 characteristics. We must know the gender of the ism, the number of the ism, its capacity, and its status. We focused on studying the gender of the ism. Each ism will be either masculine or feminine. For us to identify if an ism is masculine or feminine, we will first see if that ism meets criteria for it to be feminine. If it meets the criteria, we will call it feminine. If not, we will call it masculine. Within the feminine group, we studied the real feminine asma or hakiki muannas asma. These will include asma for which there is a corresponding masculine gender, such as woman, mother, girl, sister, cow. The other group of feminine asma is the unreal feminine or ghair hakiki muannas asma. These are used as feminine in a sentence, but they do not have a corresponding masculine gender. Within the unreal feminine asma, the first group we studied was that of alamati muannas asma or marked feminine asma. These are indicated by the presence of a mark or symbol, the most common of which is a gol ta or the round ta at the end of the ism. The other group is that of samai muannas asma, which includes several categories. This includes words that are used for wind, alcohol, fire, and the names of cities and countries. Body parts that exist in pairs, such as hands, feet, eyes, etc. And certain miscellaneous words like sama, shams, dar, ard, and nafs.